Okay, so I guess I should just start off with how has everything been this last week since we met last Friday? Anything good? You know, I did really well with this. Maybe I didn't do so well with this.
It's been crazy on second floor because they've been putting in all the cabling, and we've just all been trying to manage around them, and you can't leave your apartment if they're in there working and you don't know for sure when they're going to come or come back, and trying to get in all your steps for the day and everything. It's just been crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
So stressful.
Yeah, I agree. So how do you think we can deal with that stress? How can we maybe try and maintain it?
Take a deep breath. It's not the end of the world.
Won't be happening forever, thankfully.
Right.
And, right, if we can't get our steps in, if, you know, we can't get our movement in or things like that, right, it's okay to have rest days, right? It's okay to take 1 to 2 to 3 days of the week, rest, right? Okay, I know these days they're going to be here, so the days that they're not, hopefully, because sometimes it changes, I'm going to commit to do everything that I wasn't able to do when they were here, let's say.
That's waking up in the morning and just, I've got a bad ankle anyway, but doing those just rotation type things, that has really helped.
Good. Helps get blood flow to the area and warm it up, let's say, for the day.
Right.
Good. And is there anything, let's start with the morning first, in the morning that is still challenging for you, let's say? Any of you?
Well, I had frozen Eggo with powdered sugar this morning. Does that count for a balanced breakfast?
I don't really know what the protein in that would be. Maybe a little bit of eggs. But yeah, would all of you say that the meals are challenging? Trying to get like a balanced meal is challenging? So what do you think about it is challenging? Let's say when you're going to make your meal or, you know, choose what you want to eat for the day or for the meal, what would you say is challenging about it?
Getting protein.
That's what I was gonna say, they don't have enough vegetables here.
Vegetables here?
Yeah.
So are most of you eating in the pub? Not the pub, in the 40 West?
Right.
A lot of the time.
Uh-huh.
Well, what about broccoli now?
Broccoli out.
They do have broccoli now. I mean, you have a choice of fries, chips, broccoli, or slaw.
Or more broccoli.
So
like peas.
broccoli's
I
the
wish
only
they would
veggie?
change that.
And
A different
no, they've got
vegetable.
a different cups.
For breakfast?
No,
What about when you go down for breakfast, what are the options?
we never go.
I never go.
It's just like at Denny's.
Yeah.
Pancakes, a waffle, eggs and toast, an omelet.
So it's kind of like a continental hotel breakfast.
Yeah. Are there no
Biscuits
fresh
and
fruits
gravy.
at breakfast? Are there no fresh fruit?
Yeah, you can
It's
order fresh.
right, but it's always an upcharge, you know.
So, let's say for people that are eating breakfast at home first, okay? Tell me what's challenging about it at home.
Nothing. I eat fruit and cereal and eggs, but not all at the same time.
Not all at the same time.
I eat fruit and yogurt every morning.
That's good. Good probiotic, good natural sugars, a little bit of protein in the yogurt. What's challenging about making a breakfast at home?
It just, a balanced breakfast just takes time. You want eggs, it's just, again, I was being facetious about the Eggo and the powdered sugar, but that's easy. You
Yeah,
get up and
yeah.
you do all this other stuff, and I need to get ready to start doing what I, need to do during the day.
So it's time
just
consuming.
It's just easy to get something
Yeah,
quick.
it's time consuming to make the
Right.
meal. So something that I found that's helpful for me, let's say I will, when I go grocery shopping, right, if I know, okay, at home I eat breakfast, so I'm gonna get all breakfast foods, right, I'll cut up all the fruit, so it's already cut, right, so then I can just grab from it, put it in my meal, and it's there, okay? Regarding eggs, I mean, if you're open to, like, I meal prep my meals, obviously working here, I meal prep usually my breakfast and my lunch. So if you're open to, meal prepping eggs and taking the eggs and putting it on your plate every morning and just reheating it, that's something you could do. But for, fruit, vegetables, I cut up all of that so it's already cut. I put it in a glass bowl in the fridge, and then I just take from it when I want it. Because yeah, it is time consuming, cutting the fruit, cutting the vegetables, cutting the meat. Meat, I do the same thing. I get the meat, I mean, this is really, my parents taught me to clean/season the meat. So I'll get it, I'll cut it to how I want it, I'll put it in a glass bowl, I'll put vinegar, I'll season it, and whenever I want it, I just take it and I cook it. So things like that, right, kind of half taking the time away, right? It's consuming cutting things, prepping it, all of those things. So when we get the groceries, when we know, okay, I have 20-30 minutes right now, I just bought groceries, let me cut all my fruit, cut all my vegetables, maybe prep my meat a little bit, so that when I do want to use it, it's half ready. Let's say it's almost ready, and it's quicker that way, right? So that can be an option. And then as well, choosing the night before what you're gonna eat the next day for the morning, right? Specifically for breakfast, right? Because if I know, okay, I'm gonna have oats, blueberries, egg whites, whatever, I can kind of prep it either the night before or plan my time accordingly in the morning, knowing how long it's gonna take to make that specific meal.
You used to grind all that stuff up. Does that count?
For a smoothie.
Mhm,
You used to
mhm.
find all kinds of stuff.
Yes, that is a great option too. A smoothie is a great option. If you don't mind mixing fruits and vegetables, okay. However, fruit is still sugar at the end of the day, right? So if we're only having a smoothie with just fruit and maybe milk or fruit and maybe water, you're drinking a glass of sugar. Doesn't matter that it's natural sugar. It's still sugar. And if sugar is the first thing you're putting in, it's gonna spike your cortisol first thing in the morning. Okay, and then halfway through the day, we're gonna crash. And then we're gonna need caffeine, and then it's gonna, start the whole cycle again. Okay, so, not that fruit is a bad thing. You should be having fruit in the morning, just not only fruit, right? Just not only a smoothie. Of course, that's a better option than not eating anything. However, we do wanna, try and include other things.
What about the Boost? She has a super high Boost every morning. Does that
It's like
count?
pre-made.
Or we get it
like
at
the
Amazon,
cartons.
Uh-huh.
to drink.
Mhm.
High
It's just
calorie.
Like a V8.
That's high, no, I don't know.
It's a protein drink, isn't it?
Is it?
Boost is a protein,
Yeah.
like I drink.
Is it like a veggie drink, a fruit drink?
It's like
milk and
it's like
protein powder?
Ensure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something sure.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like I said in many of the other times, right, we want something that either grows from the ground or comes off a tree, right, not something that's made however they made it, right? They put it in that bottle, it didn't come out of the ground looking like that, you know what I mean? Of course, that's a great option for on the go, right, or if we need something quick or we have to go somewhere. But if we can and if we have the time, we should really be trying to eat whole foods, right? So fruits, vegetables, meats, food. But those are there for a reason, you know what I mean? They're there for a reason, we use them when we should, and when we need to, but I would really try to keep whole foods as much as we can.
So that could be part of a balanced breakfast?
It could be part of it, yeah, because it has protein in it.
I used to use vegetables
Uh-huh.
in the mix.
Mix in it, yeah. So it can definitely be a part of it, yes, not, solely that, but it can definitely be a part of that. As well as, looking at meals with a positive look at them, right? Not like, oh, I have to go eat, I have to go make something, right? Because I catch myself doing that many times because I'm hangry, and I'm like, well, why didn't I already make this? I don't wanna make it, I wanna eat it. So that's why the meal prepping for me works, because I'm hungry all the time and I just wanna eat. So meal prepping is helpful, but as well as planning, what am I gonna make the next day? What do I have, right, in my fridge? Making sure I have what I wanna make, are all, things that'll kind of make it a little easier. But looking at meals, not with a negative look, but looking at it of, wow, how lucky am I that I have this food to eat, that it's fresh for me to eat, and, that I'm waking up every day, I still have an appetite, I wanna eat something, and, just being fortunate enough to be able to choose what you wanna eat, right? Have fun with the meals you make, right? Maybe make something a little spunky. This morning I did sweet potatoes, eggs and egg whites. I did two whole eggs and then egg whites. I put blueberries in it. What else did I put?
already.
Yeah, blueberries, egg whites, eggs, sweet potatoes.
Blueberries and
Oh,
what?
cabbage and onions. My blueberries were in all of that.
So did you cook it then?
I air fried the sweet potatoes, so they're like little cubicles. I cut them into fries, and then I cooked the eggs, and then I just put the blueberries in, put the cabbage in, and put the onions.
And the protein powder?
No protein powder,
No.
because the eggs have protein. So egg whites in an egg, right? The yolk, the yellow is the fat, the healthy fats, and the egg white around it is the protein. So they sell cartons of just egg whites, liquid. So I use that, and then I just buy regular whole eggs.
So now you've taken the fun away from eating eggs, the yolks.
No, but those are good fats. We want those fats.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
we
I can
want
say
those
it.
fats. You know, we're not gonna eat 100 eggs in one day, but no more than, 4 or 5 eggs. Those are healthy fats. Those are good fats. We want those fats. Same thing as avocado, olive oil. Those are all healthy fats that we do want and we need for our body to, survive and function the right way. Right? Just like I said, everything has a reason, a carb, a fat, a protein, but same thing, no matter if you're eating what I ate this morning, but if I eat too much even of that, it's still just too much. It doesn't matter that it's healthy, maybe it's not healthy. Anything excess, right? Excess protein, excess carbs, excess anything is still gonna add as fat, right? Because the body doesn't need it. So it's just gonna store it for later, let's say, right? So whether we're eating healthy, not healthy, either way, if we overeat, it's gonna store as fat. But they all play a
So I wonder about those protein drinks that you all were talking about they have 20 grams of protein. Is that too much?
No, that's great.
Oh,
We want
Mine is like 36.
what we want, right? How do we, match how much we should be eating? For protein, we want 1 gram of protein for every pound we weigh. So if I weigh 150 pounds, I should be eating 150 grams of protein.
Whoa, okay.
Or about, right? 130 to 150,
What
let's
did
say.
you boost have, do you know,
I thought it was 36.
36?
So let's say in each meal, we want minimum 20 grams of protein.
And so how do you get that though like at lunch, say?
So at lunch, it could be, let's say a piece and a half, like a full piece and a half of chicken would be, I don't know, something like 25, 30 grams of protein. Every meat is slightly different. But I don't know if any of you have like food scales, but there are like certain weights of foods and things like that. Now we're getting a little more mathematical, but I used to weigh my food when I first started, getting more into nutrition, just to understand, right, like how much of each, right? So usually for meat, it's our full palm, right? So like a palm worth of beef, a palm worth of ground turkey, right? A slice of chicken. But chicken is a lean meat, which is why you can do a slice and a half, right? Beef and ground turkey's leaner than beef, but fish, same thing, right? A full thing of fish. But yeah, usually it's like our hand amount is protein. The full hand is protein. The inside amount is a carb. And then you just add fruits, vegetables, minimal. You don't want too many fruits and vegetables, or fruit, vegetables, fine. But just minimal, like fist size.
So you should eat protein in every meal.
Always,
Oh,
always,
okay.
always. Protein is the #1 priority that we do want in every meal, as well as fats. We do want healthy fats at least in 2 out of 3 of most of our meals. But I could give you numbers right now, and you want to write them down, you definitely can. It would basically be fats. We don't want more than 20 grams of fat a day. Protein, we don't want anything more than our actual body weight. Like if I'm 150 grams of protein, but it can range. Like I could do between 130 and 150 grams of protein, right? If I'm not trying to be a huge bodybuilder, muscular, I don't need to be eating exactly my body weight, but kind of just a good range between that. Carbs is similar to protein, but a little less. You want between, like if I weighed 150, I'd want between 100 to 130 grams of carbs a day, right? So it's like 60 to 70% of your weight. And then fats, I already told you. Protein, I told you. Carbs. And then sugars is similar to fats. You don't want more than 10 to 15 grams of sugar a day. This is challenging, I know that. However, natural fruit is different than processed sugar, right? If you look at something and it says 30 grams of added sugar, right, you just ate all the sugar for the day in one little chocolate bar, let's say, whatever. But yeah, that's kind of, you know, the variable of numbers between how much we should be getting daily. But really, it's just if this was my plate, protein, carb, fruits, veggies. And if you've ever looked up online, like a balanced plate, like you know those plates for kids?
Yeah.
How it has a big section here, protein, a little section here, carb, another little fruit, veggie. That's how we can look at it, let's say. But yeah, try and have fun with your meals, right? Like I started putting blueberries just because they're good for you, but I put it in my oats, obviously. But I put it in this, and it tasted good. A little sweet, a little savory, a little kick. You know, have fun with it, right? Don't see meals as like, ugh, have to make another meal, have to eat another meal, right? Be grateful that we're making another meal. Be, you know, grateful that we have food to make it, right? Fresh food, good food. So regarding the dining or the dining hall, the pub or the 40 West, if you are noticing that there's really not a lot of options, I mean, I know all of you have like a full kitchen and fridge and things like that. Maybe buy the things that you want, right? And keep it in the fridge. You know you have it. Maybe you go down there, have a certain thing, or maybe you start having breakfast in your room or in your apartment. But that would just be my idea. Like if I was here as a resident living here and they didn't have the options I wanted, I would personally just go out and buy it to have it myself, because, you know, sometimes it's just how it is. They're not gonna have everything that we do want, and we know, you know, how we're cooking it, what we're cooking it with, what we're putting in it, you know. We know exactly how it's being made when we make it ourselves. Let's see. How about for throughout the day, how has it been? I know that, you know, you guys aren't born and raised with technology and having a phone in your pocket all the time, but how has it been, you know, taking screen breaks, let's say regarding watching TV and throughout the day, trying to minimize your screens, TV, computer, phone? Have you not really thought about it? Have you maybe forgot about it?
I don't do it that much, so.
That's good, good.
If you're out walking around.
And
No.
TV, I have it on, but I don't ever look at it.
It's background noise.
Background noise.
Me too. My husband gets so upset at me. Last night we put a movie on, or I put it on, because he asked me to pick it, and like 5 minutes into the movie I went on my phone, and he's like, you literally picked the movie, you said you wanted to watch one and now you're on your phone. I'm like, no, I'm listening, like I know what's going on, I'm just not looking at the screen. He's like, that doesn't even make sense, why are we watching it then? Right, whatever. Then I put my phone down.
He was right, by the way.
He's right, I know he is. Sometimes. How about any snacks? Is anyone like a snacker and they,
Yeah,
you know?
what do you want?
Not the good stuff, so tell me what's the good stuff.
Because you mentioned something about
Those chomp sticks?
chomp, C-H-O-M-P?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, and like I said when I did say that, I'm personally not the biggest snacker. I have had the chomp sticks, it's just I'm not a snacker. That's why I'm not, you know, really buying them. However, options for snacks can be fruit and yogurt, or fruit and maybe a little peanut butter, because peanut butter is a great natural healthy fat, or peanuts, peanut butter. Just make sure that on the back of the peanut butter you're buying, it's not 50% sugar, because a lot of the times they'll put all these additives. Like personally, I make my own peanut butter at home. I literally just put peanuts in the blender and it makes peanut butter. Put a little honey, you want it sweeter, put a little salt, you want it saltier, it makes honey. No need for all these additives. But yeah, something I like to do is do like sweet potato fries. I just put sweet potatoes in the air fryer, or sometimes I'll do like kale chips. I'll just put kale in the air fryer, it makes it a chip. Same thing with potatoes.
Need an air fryer.
Yes, well, the oven works just as well too. The oven works just as well too.
It's slow.
Yes, the air fryer is just quick. 5-6 minutes,
We don't
No.
have time.
Exactly. So the air fryer is just a little quicker, depending on what you're cooking, of course. You know, meat is usually minimum, 9 to 15 minutes, depending on the meat. Usually I'll just do chicken in the air fryer, though. I won't do like meat for proper. Let me think. Other
I think
ideas.
just a very, very small handful of nuts.
Yes, nuts, like a little trail mix.
Or no,
Um,
just the nuts, like
Yeah.
walnuts or
Yes.
pistachios.
Yeah, oh, I love
almonds.
pistachios. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, peanuts. Those are all good nuts. But just be mindful of how many nuts you're eating because they are high in fats. They're good fats, but just like I said before, too many of anything is, not good. Yeah, nuts, but sometimes it's not as filling. Like I know for myself, if I were to eat nuts, I'd probably eat the whole bag because I can't just have one and not have more. That's just how I am. My parents are like that, so I get it from them. But nuts, you could do something I would do is like if you could do yogurt with nuts in it, maybe a little honey on top, like that may be more satisfying if you're ever having like a little sweet crave. Honey is always very helpful too. I'm trying to think. Oh, veggies. You can dip it in hummus. Yeah, hummus is a great thing. Chickpeas are great. Hummus and veggies, or if you want to do some type of little dressing, whether it's oil, vinegar, whatever you like to use for dressing. I'm a big oil and vinegar person, that's why I said it. But anything like that, like kind of light but still nutrient dense, right? Vegetables, fruit, nuts. But personally, something that I do if I know I'm a little hungry, I'll just have a meal. And if I don't finish it, okay, I'll put it to the side for later.
What about honey in
Mhm.
place of sugars?
1,000,000%.
Really?
1,000,000%. Yes. Because honey is natural, right? The bees don't work in a factory making up the honey. It just comes out
No
and it's natural, no additives, unless the place you're buying honey from is adding stuff into it. But I don't know why they would, because honey's sweet. But some places do. So honey is definitely 1,000,000% a great natural sweetener.
Is raw honey better?
Raw honey? I guess yes, but
Is it different?
and not really. Not really. I mean, honey is honey. It's not going to be, too different. The taste would be basically the same. But yes, honey is definitely a better option for a natural sweetener, whether it's in yogurt. I don't know if any of you've tried it in coffee before. It's good too.
Honey
Maybe.
in coffee, you said?
Yeah. Yeah. It is good. Definitely try it. Maybe don't make your whole cup. You don't want to waste it. But in my opinion, it tastes good. I know we all have different taste buds. However, honey is definitely a great natural sweetener. Another thing, if you are eating a lot of like fake sweets and like fake natural sweeteners, that's what's making you get those cravings more throughout the day. Like if you started off your day with, okay, you had your breakfast, but you had coffee and you put sugar in it, it's gonna make you 3-4 hours later want something again sweet, or just have some type of craving for something sweet, just because that's just how the fake sugar is. I say to people, there are many drugs in the world, the most addicting drug is sugar. And I know it firsthand with my dad when I put him on a meal plan, because during COVID he gained like 60 pounds, and he was already like 60 pounds overweight. So, he needed to lose it. And I moved home, I put him and my mom in a meal plan. My mom was fine, she just, women always want to lose weight. So, put her on the meal plan too, and he lost about like 30 pounds in 1 month, just because he was really overweight. And it wasn't that he eats bad, he just eats too much, right? Okay, he's making rice and beans, he'll have a bowl of rice and beans while he's making it, and then he'll have another one with us, then he'll have like a dessert rice and beans, right? So 3 bowls of rice and beans is a lot of carbs, and beans are a great protein as well too. So I put him on the meal plan, and he is, addicted to sugar. Like, his mom growing up, in Manhattan, she owned a little candy store, so he grew up on it. So, 30 days in, and he says, oh, I think I have COVID. I'm like, what? And he's on the bed, he's like, I'm dying, I'm sick, I have COVID, I'm not feeling well. Mind you, he's an attorney, so they always go on, they drink, they go to dinner, they have all these little social gatherings. So he says he's not feeling well, and then, a few hours later, he gets up, he says he has to go out, he has to go meet clients. So obviously, he went out, he drank, he ate whatever, right? Gluten, bread turns to sugar, carbs turn to sugar if they're not burned, right? Drinking, whatever. He comes back, he's like, I feel great. And I'm like, really? Because 4 hours ago before you left, you said you were on your deathbed over there, but now all of a sudden you ate sugar and you feel good again. So, right, it is a drug, okay? Obviously it's not a terrible, crazy drug, but it is addicting. It's one of the most addicting things, and we just want to be mindful what we're eating, because the fake sugar is even more addicting because they do it purposely, right? If you're going to keep coming back and wanting their product, they're going to put something in it to make you want it, to make you crave it, let's just say. So just be mindful of that, right? Natural is always better, is always a better option, just because we know really what's in it, rather than looking at the back and being like, xanthine, topio, blah, 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 right? All these like gibberish little chemical names on the back of things where, let's say when we go to Europe, there's 4 ingredients and that's it. You know, there's no xanthan gum, there's no cellular gum, there's no, you know. Gums too, if you ever see GUM gum, or like a cellulose word on the back of it, we don't want that either, because those gums and cellulose actually mess up our stomach lining. And a lot of, which is what I was saying before, a lot of those protein drinks are made with that. Protein bars, protein drinks, they all have xanthan gum, it's called Z-A-N, Z-H, I don't know how to spell it right now, Z-A-N-Z, whatever, and then cellular gum is another one. But anytime it says gum or cellulose.
So then we don't want the protein drinks.
Well, it depends, not every single one, but a lot of them do, a lot of them do, a lot of them do. Of course, like I said before, it's fine to have it once in a while. If you're on the go, if that's what you have, that's what you have, right? It's better to have that than not to have anything. But if we can choose, we do want to be mindful about what we're putting into our body. Because, you know, the US is born on quick fixes, quick changes, you know, how can I do this faster, faster, faster? How can I just grab something and go, whether, you know, what's in it, who knows? So we just want to be mindful of it. Let's see. This paper's really getting ripped. Does that give you options though for snacks and stuff like that? How about in the evening, night routine? Your night routine before you go to bed. How are you winding down? Do you feel like it's helping you, that you have a good routine and you're able to just lay in bed and fall asleep in 5-10 minutes? Or are you going to bed and you're like, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. What about this? What about that?
I don't have any trouble going to sleep. I wake up
Mhm.
then I can't go to sleep.
Oh, after you wake up, what do you use the bathroom and then you come back? Yeah.
So do you think TV's bad before you go to bed because of the blue light or whatever they say about it?
Not just because the blue light, it's just because your mind is racing as you're watching, right? Your mind is still working, right? It's trying to process what the show, what's happening in the show. You're visually watching, right? Your eyes are open, so the muscles are still working.
So what about reading a book then?
Reading a book, yes. Reading a book is very helpful. It also kind of just winds down the mind in a less like invasive, light, bright way. Personally, when I read before bed, it helps me sleep more. That may not be for everybody, right? Also, books are different, whether they're very engaging and exciting. But reading would definitely be the best option to kind of like calm the mind down and just wind the whole body down.
That's what I usually do.
Good.
I read.
Good. Do you have trouble falling asleep though?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Do you feel like it's just because you have so much energy left, or you're thinking about things, or both?
Well, thinking about, I'm better now, but when I was moving and selling the house
Yeah.
and doing all that.
No, and that's different because you know your mind is just stressed in general, and it's thinking about things maybe you don't even want to think, but it's just thinking. So, and that happened to me when I first moved here. Right, I'm trying to sell my house in Alabama. I'm moving here. I'm trying to get everything, and that's normal. That's normal. That's just regular. A mini stress, we'll call it, an acute stress of thinking everything is not going to happen the way it's supposed to. But now you feel like you're a little better. Good. Having a nighttime routine, if any of you are still struggling a lot with falling asleep or kind of just like getting into bed, a nighttime routine will definitely be the most helpful thing, right? So like on here it says, wind down without screens 30 plus minutes before bed. That could be 30 minutes, it could be an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. And that's meaning your phone, your TV, any type of screen. They're using iPad, whatever it is. The reason was that, like I just said, as well as just creating a routine. So, okay, last night I watched a movie. After the movie, I turned it off. Okay, now I start my routine. I made my lunch for the next day. I brushed my teeth. I took my contacts out. I washed my face. Whatever I else need to do in the bathroom. And then I went into my bed. I put my phone far, far away on the other side of the room and laid there and went to bed. But that, oh no, sorry. I drank apple cider vinegar before I brushed my teeth because that helps with your digestive too. And then I went to bed.
Do you drink that straight?
Yes, I do.
A cup, did you say?
A shot. No cup. Cup's too much. Burn my whole insides.
Yeah.
Just a shot.
Yes.
Apple cider vinegar, yeah.
Yeah, pickle.
I love vinegar.
And that's.
Yeah. It does burn a little bit. It does burn a little bit. But it does help with just like digestive issues. Kind of push everything through. Not that I've been having issues, I just haven't been eating as well as I should be. Because all of you are so lovely here making us desserts. And I need to not eat a cookie every day. So I've been trying to kind of just detox a little bit. And personally, for me, it's more, it comes out of my skin. Like I'll wake up with a pimple because I ate a piece of whatever last night. So, you know, not weight-wise for me, but just feeling, like I feel very groggy and foggy in the morning if I eat ice cream or something the night before, or cookies or whatever the night before. I notice the difference mentally in myself. So yeah, that's really for me though. But having a nighttime routine is very helpful just to overall wind yourself down, right? If you're doing the dishes and doing the laundry and then throwing this in and then throwing that and then you're like, okay, now I'm gonna go to bed. But now you just woke yourself up because you just did a million things before you went to bed, which is, I found that I was doing that 2-3 months ago. I was doing that. I was trying to do everything before bed. But it doesn't matter, in the morning, whatever, it's still there. We do it in the morning or a little later in the day, right? Nothing, the world's not gonna end if I don't put my laundry in, right? The world's not gonna end if I don't wash my dishes, right? So just be mindful of those things when you are getting closer to whatever, an hour before bed or maybe 2 hours, you know, that you know you're gonna go to bed soon. Just be mindful of what you're doing before bed. And creating a routine, it just helps the body wind down mindlessly. We don't think about it, we just do what we know we need to do, and we can kind of calm down and relax and get to that more like Zen mode before bed. If anyone, you know, my mom does this, she plays like wave type of water sound, dripping. She plays that just helps her calm down and go to bed. I can sleep in anything, whether there's music playing, no music playing, it's silent, it's loud, because that's just how they raised us. So for me, I prefer like an AC or like a fan or something running, but I also just like to be cold when I sleep. But I just like hearing something like happening. Some people are the opposite, right? Maybe as a child, their parents wanted no sound in the whole home. Many people I babysat were like that. So it really just depends on the person. If you want something to play a little bit, if you don't want something to play, if you want the fan on, you don't want the fan on, kind of find things that make you feel comfortable, you know? Let's see. Oh, regarding waking up in the middle of the night. Something I would try is, do you like tea and things like that?
Tea,
Mm-hmm.
like calming tea.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought of that.
Sometimes drinking warm things help you like be relaxed and fall back asleep. Yeah. So obviously, you know, not caffeinated tea, but some type of calming or decaffeinated tea or just something that's not caffeinated. Even if you just warm up whatever, a cup of water, warm up milk, whatever you want to warm up, and drink that, it'll kind of help the body like relax again and hopefully go back to sleep. Try not to stay up walking around doing things because you know you're awake. Try and just lay there and let yourself relax. Obviously, if it's to a point where 30 minutes pass and you're awake, it's gonna happen. Yeah, it happens to me too. But yeah, try even, let's say you don't want to drink something, if you have a heating pad or something warm, you can hold that too or have it next to you. Like anything warm will help. Another thing is good is like weighted blankets or a weighted pillow or a weighted whatever, little stuffy thing. Weight actually helps relax people and help them sleep a little better too.
Good with the bear or something.
Yeah, a weighted band, yeah, anything like that, it'll be helpful.
That's what kids do, right?
We're all kids at heart, you know?
Right.
I heard someone say yesterday, they said, yeah, you know, even though I'm 9 years old, I'm really 5 years old in my head.
Isn't that great?
I was like, I'm sure many of us feel that way. But yeah, I don't know what time it is. What time is it?
It's past your time.
Is it past?
35.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But if you have any more questions, you want any more tips, or any stories, now's the time. But if not, then that'll be it for today, okay? And also during the week, you can always come to me, ask me questions about it. It's not only Friday that we can talk about this. We can talk about it any day, anytime, whenever you have questions. And if you want ideas for meals, you can ask me that too, okay? That's all she wrote. No?
What's your day?
Yeah, that is one thing I meant to say. If you are ever at night just like awake, it's usually because you didn't expend the energy throughout the day, or you drank caffeine too late in the day. Okay? Yes, I usually don't have, it's not that I have trouble going to sleep, I just want to do everything I possibly can before I go to sleep. That's my problem.
Which you just told us not to do.
Exactly. And that's why I said, 2-3 months ago I started working on that. I've, made myself stop doing things. My husband too, because he'll hear me washing the dishes. He's like, stop washing the dishes, I'll wash them later. I'm like, only if you promise you're gonna wash them. Or else I'm gonna wake up having a nightmare that you didn't. No. But yeah, no. I don't have trouble really falling asleep. It's more just,
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's more of just sometimes I don't want to go to sleep. I want to stay up. I want to do whatever I want to do. So, but that's it. All right.
Okay.
Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.
You too.
And I'll see you Monday. All right.
Cassandra, you didn't talk about is there a whole lot of sugar and alcohol?
It depends on the alcohol.
Oh, does it?
Usually liquor isn't too bad. Like personally, I've just never been like a Coke and rum or whatever and vodka. Like I've never been a mixed drink person. I've always just drank whiskey on the rocks or whatever, rum on the rocks. I just like things on the rocks. But what makes things sugary is when they do like cranberry soda or a juice soda or a soda alcoholic, you know what I mean? When they put,
Oh, really? So you
things
think of
in
like
it.
a shot of whiskey doesn't have that much sugar in it?
it depends on the whiskey.
Yeah.
But, no, not that much.
Is that better than
Vodka,
like a glass of wine? A
yeah,
shot of whiskey?
wine is really like in high sugar.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
More
depending
so-
on the wine.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't drink it then.
Yeah. If you've ever woke up hungover, but it's not really hungover, you feel more kind of groggy, it's really because you drank so much sugar the night before, / being dehydrated, but it's really probably because the amount of sugar that was in any of the drinks that you drank. Like any of those canned drinks usually are more high in sugar.
Well, and I worry about these young people today, because they drink all those canned drinks with like vodka in them.
That, but also those energy drinks
They
too.
taste like lemonade,
Yeah.
and they just keep drinking them
Yeah.
all day long.
Oh yeah, like twisted teas
Yeah,
and things like that.
Full of sugar.
Oh yeah, no. I've always been. Maybe it's because whatever my dad had in the house, that's what I was drinking.
Would diet soda be bad?
Diet, no, isn't as bad. It's not as bad, no, because the point is that it's either low in sugar or no sugar. But yeah.
You wanna make sure?
Yeah, exactly. If there's a better option, we would definitely choose the better option. I'm not gonna tell you not to drink, because obviously I don't not drink. I don't drink all the time, but I don't not drink. If I want to, I'm gonna have a drink. But just be mindful of it, right? Okay, if you have one more sugary drink, okay, then the rest of the night I'm gonna have ones with a little less sugar. You know what I mean? Or ones that have no sugar. But it really depends on the alcohol.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drink
Because,
water.
let's say vodka, right? Vodka comes from potatoes, right? Potatoes are carb, technically. If you don't burn the carbs, it's gonna turn to sugar. It depends. It depends.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Vodka comes
But-
from potatoes. So
I think bourbon comes from
you ruined that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The more I talk, the more you're gonna be like, get away, go. Don't tell me anymore. But yeah, no. Same thing as food, right? Just in moderation.
I know, but I do worry about it, because I mean, when we go on their family vacations, all these young adults,
Yeah.
they're drinking that stuff all day long.
That and then the energy drinks too.
And it tastes like a lemonade or
Yeah.
something, but it's
Yeah.
got whiskey in it.
I know.
That's
I've had them.
Scary.
But yeah, the energy drinks, in my opinion, are worse than the alcohol because in the energy drinks, they can actually give you like heart problems and things like that because it's one high in caffeine, but also it has a lot of other additives in it.
Oh.
They're like 40 grams of sugar, 200 milligrams of caffeine, then people drink 2-3 of them. You shouldn't have more than 200 milligrams of caffeine daily.
Right.
Sometimes people have 600-800 because they're having 3-4 drinks a day.
One
Thankfully,
time-
I'm not a caffeine drinker.
One time I was taking
I'm high on
kids-
life.
kids on a, to the Capitol or something, and they were drinking Coke the whole
Uh-huh.
time. So we thought they'd be tired on the bus back. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
right.
they were
They're
like
bouncing off the wall.
bouncing
Yeah.
off the ceiling.
Yeah, because Coke
No
has
more
caffeine.
Cokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.